Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Happy Valentine's Day out there. 9:03 on this 14th day of February. Happy birthday to Sydney Sinks upstairs. Turning 24, I believe, from our blog talk. We got a great show today. We're going to be talking to Home Instead here in about 17 minutes or so. We're going to get the latest with their care professionals and learn a little bit more about their day-ins to day-outs and recognize them and talk a little bit more about Home Instead as a whole. Then at about 9:45 or so, we're going to be talking to Revolution Dispensary in Maryville, a brand new location. This is big news. Revolution's a big brand, and to have that in Maryville is exciting. Charles Bolden joins us via Zoom to fill us in on his excitement when that ribbon cutting is just 2 days away, set in stone for 11 a.m. on Friday in Maryville, and we'll get the latest. Then at 10:35, we're talking to Stella Webb and getting the latest from the Riverbend Wellness Festival. It was rescheduled. Remember that brutal and blistering cold. Well, now it's been rescheduled to March for warmer weather, better weather, and Stella's going to fill us in on the latest with the Wellness Festival, and I'm very excited for it. At 9:04, let's take a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. Now, make sure you sign up for your daily email update where you'll never miss out. You can join myself. And get this, 70,000 people each and every day of the work week on Saturdays with around the Riverbend. Tragic news this morning. Dan Brannon broke this story. The Alton community and the region are heartbroken today after the passing of 13-year-old Renaya Stewart, who was shot and critically wounded in early February in a drive-by shooting on Highland Avenue. The following statement is from Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain. Here's his quote: "I'm deeply saddened by the passing of Renaya. Our community is heartbroken. The Alton Police Department has kept the state's attorney's office informed of all developments in the investigation. As with any case, new developments can result in the state's attorney's office seeking to amend any pending charges. Our prayers are with the family and loved ones of Renaya at this difficult time. In addition, I reiterate my pledge that the state's attorney's office is committed to securing justice for this innocent victim. At this time, the state's attorney's office will have no additional comment on this pending case." Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford issued the following statement: "The loss of Renaya is felt by everyone in the Alton Police Department. Our hearts are heavy as we mourn the tragic loss of this vibrant young girl. I ask the community to join our department in keeping Renaya, her family, and her loved ones in our prayers. The Alton Police Department continues to develop information and pursue all available leads in this investigation. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to call the Alton Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division at 618-463-3505, extension 671. There have been 3 charged in the shooting of the 13-year-old, including Alvin Perry, Rashawn Colvin, and Keith Sanders, are all facing charges in this tragic case." Out of Alton, the Alton branch of the NAACP President Leon Smallwood has responded to the recent tragic shooting of the 13-year-old girl in Alton. Here's a statement. "It is with a heavy heart that I write to you today, deeply troubled by the recent spate of gun violence that has plagued our beloved community. As the president of the NAACP Alton branch, I'm compelled to speak out against these senseless acts of violence that have left families shattered and our community mourning. The recent shooting of a 13-year-old girl serves as a stark reminder for the urgent need for action. We cannot idly stand by our youth when their dreams are extinguished by the barrel of a gun. This tragedy, coupled with the loss of several teenagers and young men in the past 2 years, underscores the gravity of the situation we face. As for suggestions from Smallwood Bay on how to approach the problem in Alton, he issued 6 solutions. Strengthen community police relations by building trust and collaboration between law enforcement and community is paramount in fostering a sense of security and accountability. Advocate for stricter gun measures was the second. Here's a statement. We must urge our legislators to enact comprehensive gun control laws that ensure responsible ownership and prevent firearms from falling into the wrong hands. Number 3, promote conflict resolution and mediation. Equipping individuals with skills to resolve conflicts peacefully can help de-escalate tense situations. Number 4, support victims and their families. Providing support services and resources to victims of gun violence and their families is crucial in helping them heal and rebuild their lives after the aftermath of a tragedy. And number 5, in the face of adversity, let us stand together, united, steadfast, and resolved to create a safer, more just community for all. Together, number 6, we can turn the tide against gun violence and build a future where every member of our community can thrive and flourish. Tori Porter, president of the NAACP Alton Branch Youth Council, also responded to this act of violence. You can read Porter's statement in an additional article on RiverBender.com. Also in the news, out of Millstadt, State Representative Kevin Schmidt honored local gymnastics sensation Colleen Costello last Friday with a special sign from the Illinois Department of Transportation. The presentation took place at St. James Catholic Grade School, where Colleen and her mother work. The sign will be proudly displayed at 2 entrances to Millstadt through the next calendar year. Colleen Costello made Millstadt proud by winning an incredible 4 gold medals and 1 silver at the Special Olympic World Games in Germany. She excelled in categories such as all-arounds, clubs, hoop, ribbon, and rope, showcasing her outstanding skills and dedication to the sport. After 26 years of hard work, she achieved something truly amazing. Representative Schmidt expressed his admiration for Colleen with a quote, "Colleen's achievements are a source of pride for our community. Her dedication and resilience are an inspiration to us all." Colleen, who was a last-minute addition to the Special Olympics team in December, demonstrated remarkable resilience and received strong support from her community during her rapid preparation in just a few months. The presentation of the IDOT sign is a celebration of Colleen's incredible achievements and serves as an inspiration for everyone. Representative Schmidt extends his congratulations to Colleen for making Millstadt shine on the global stage. And from all of us here at RiverBender.com, we will reiterate that congratulatory message. Congratulations to Colleen on a wonderful performance. Out of Collinsville, the Illinois Department of Transportation will be holding a public meeting to discuss an upcoming project for rehabilitating and resurfacing approximately 3.5 miles of Interstate 255 from Illinois 15 to Illinois 157 in St. Clair County. The meeting will be held on Thursday, March the 7th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Worth Parks Middle School, located at 1900 Moset Lane in Cahokia Heights. The project will consist of significant bridge repairs, safety improvements, new lighting, upgraded signing, and drainage improvements. It will restore the road and bridges to a smooth and safe condition for motorists and will support future investment in the region. The work will be completed under a full closure for approximately 6 months and is scheduled to begin in early 2025. Handouts and display boards will be available for public review. Representatives from IDOT and the project consultant, Chastain and Associates, LLC, will also be available to discuss the project and answer questions, including discussions of alternate routes while I-255 is under construction. The meeting is accessible to people with disabilities. To request a sign language interpreter or other accommodations, you can contact IDOT at least 7 days prior to the meeting by calling 618-346-3161 or by calling 800-526-0844. Also, in the news from Granite City, the Illinois Department of Transportation did announce that repairs on eastbound 270 between Illinois 3 and Riverview Drive will require lane closures starting, weather permitting, at 9 p.m. Friday, February the 16th, with one lane always remaining open. All lanes will reopen by 5 a.m. Monday, February the 19th. Out of Edwardsville Mayor Art Risby announced Tuesday, February the 13th, that the city has acquired 2 parcels of green space, one just south of downtown and the other adjacent to Governor's Parkway, to be preserved as Edwardsville Park properties. Community members will have the opportunity later this month to share ideas for how those properties might be used and amenities that could be considered for the 2 sites. The properties purchased include 34 acres of land at 211 South Benton Street and an empty lot at the intersection of West Park Street. It is part of the Crocker Gardens neighborhood in the city's 4th Ward, bordering Ward 3. The other property is 3.42 acres of undeveloped land at the northeast corner of Gerber Road and Governor's Parkway and is located in the 7th Ward that borders Ward 6. Acquisition funding was made possible by the Edwardsville Enhancement Plan, which utilizes revenue from the 0.25% sales tax increase that took effect January 1st. The City Council unanimously passed the sales tax increase last fall with a goal of acquiring and preserving green space, investing in city parks and new public spaces, funding future capital projects, and supporting the city's public safety pensions. Mayor Risby said at the purchases are part of a larger plan to create a, quote, green corridor through the community that benefits all who live, work, and visit Edwardsville. An open house is scheduled from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Wednesday, February the 28th in the community room of the RP Lumber Center at 6289 Tiger Drive to allow the public to weigh in on possible uses or amenities for each site. A quote from Alderwoman Elizabeth Grant: "We know that this land is very important to the neighbors and look forward to hearing their ideas about its best uses as a green space." One final bit of news for you. We can squeeze this in. Out of Glen Carbon, Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois excited to announce the sweetest weekend of the year is here, and it's National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend. If you haven't gotten your freezer stocked up, they have you covered. February the 16th through the 18th will be the biggest weekend for the Girl Scout Cookie program, as cookie booths will be held in areas all throughout Southern Illinois. To find a cookie booth near you for this weekend or any other weekend through March 10th, you can visit gsofsi.org/find cookies or text cookies in all capitals to 59618. While picking up some cookies for yourself, you can also purchase a box or 2 to donate to their Gift of Caring program. All cookies purchased through Gift of Caring will be donated to Heroes Care, an organization that supports military families. The CEO of the Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois, Loretta Graham, will be on the show Friday to fill us in on the start of this wonderful time of the year for the Girl Scouts. At 9:15, let's take a quick check at the weather. It's 38 degrees. It feels like 44 today, mostly sunny and mild. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a shower potentially in places later on. Temperatures will reach 58 degrees today, drop down to 45 overnight as we head into Thursday, but don't get your hopes up. On Thursday, a high of 52, a low of 32. No rain in the forecast. On Friday, different story. As of now, it'll change in about 2 minutes and change about 45 more times by Friday. 37 for the high, 24 the low, but an 80% chance of snow coming our way on the 16th. On Saturday, a high of 34, a low of 26, brightly sunny skies. And then on Sunday, a high of 50, a low of 28. For this Alton sky cam, look how beautiful downtown Alton looks today. Sun shining through on the Clark Bridge, not a cloud in the sky it looks like, and roads are still pretty empty out there as folks have already made it to where they need to go this morning. You can see that weather, that sky cam in real time, all the time on RiverBender.com/weather. And for time and temperature throughout the day, you can always give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. You know, with all this Valentine's Day talk, I always, I'm a gift giver that I like to really think about it, and make it a bigger deal than what it is. I always do this. Valentine's Day is about love. You're with your sweetheart, your partner, however you go about it, and you're going to be going and doing date night and trying to fight the busy reservation tables at all these great local restaurants. I could only imagine how busy Santino's will be tonight. But, sitting there, and I thought, what better way to celebrate Valentine's Day? Listen to this. Alton Little Theater's 4 poster. This is a performance based on 35 years of marriage that's witnessed by their 4-poster bed. It doesn't change scenes. These are two talented performers. Kevin Frakes did a great job directing this. Alton Little Theater pulling out all the stops. Talk about celebrating your love story by going to something like this and really tying in that Valentine's Day feeling with the event. You can go Friday night or Saturday and get your tickets now at altonlittletheater.org. They're very reasonable. Plus, after that, take a perfect Alton Valentine's Day. Take a few days, do it on a Friday, a Saturday, you go to that play, and then afterwards you hit one of those local restaurants. You got some entertainment from the best local theater company in the area, one of the oldest, most continuous in the country, and you get to make sure that your loved one in your life is smiling bright on a Friday night. AltonLittleTheater.org, that's AltonLittleTheater.org, and get your tickets for the 4-poster today. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Baby, where did our love go? And all of your promises of a love forevermore. I got this burning, yearning, feeling inside me.
Welcome back to our daily show. 9:22 is the time. I believe we have Nikki Bishop on Zoom in some fashion. How are we doing?
Good morning. We're doing great.
So how is everything going down at home instead? Pretty good?
It's going amazing. We've had a busy week with our Caregiver Appreciation Week and had a nice hiring day yesterday. And the next couple of days, we're going to be delivering boxes of sunshine to our care pros as they're out working, or they're going to stop by the office. So we've had a great celebration.
Well, and I'm sure, your care pros are doing so much work day in and day out, and I could only imagine the amount of stress that goes into it, and then, just the tiredness to be able to reflect and acknowledge the hard work they're doing this week. I'm sure that's very well welcomed.
We are so blessed to have the amazing team that we do have, and we always talk to them about their why. Why are they here? What makes them tick when they're out there? And they have to have a heart for being a caregiver. And that's something where, again, like you said, it can wear you out, but we try to always go back to that. Why did we start this? How can we help support each other? And they really do a good job of supporting each other through the day-to-day with taking care of their clients and on the personal level too. So just really proud of them, how they are always very resilient and positive and trying to keep themselves going each day.
Absolutely. And that's what I think is so important, because, the work that Home Instead and you guys do, Nikki, is really invaluable. And who do we have joining us today? I know that there's a few people on the Zoom call with us, and I'm excited to talk to some folks and get to know everybody.
Yes, so we have Kathy Potter, Consuela Smith, and Brady Bishop.
Awesome. Well, Kathleen, I see you right here on my screen, getting ready on the Zoom here. If you could unmute, I'd love to talk to you a little bit about your day in and day out with Home Instead. I could only imagine that it's been a career that's very very well fulfilled. Oh, we're still working on the unmute. Whenever this is the fun part of the live stuff. Nikki, when while we're waiting for Kathy, I just want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity too, because I know that it's not very often you get to take a break with all the work that you guys do each and every day. And fill us in on an overview, if you could, again, on what Home Instead does each and every day for your clients.
Sure. So Home Instead is considered that non-medical care, but we are so much more than that. We enhance the lives of our seniors. So we're out there taking care of them, helping their family members also get a chance to get a break, connect with their loved ones in a different way. So we are that supportive piece to home health, to hospice, to be able to give the doctor's office support and follow up on what's going on with their patients out on the day-to-day. So we're really excited about being able to do that here in Madison County. And maybe while we're waiting for Kathy, we could get Consuela to share her story a little bit about her experience here at Home Instead.
Absolutely. Consuela, good morning. At 9:25, how are we doing this morning?
I am good, and yourself?
Oh, hanging in there. I always say a good morning show is like a good, class, one day at a time,
That's it. That's it.
Consuela, take me through your day-to-day with Home Instead and some of the journey you've been on with the company.
First of all, I would like to thank Nikki for allowing me to be a part of her team, because I love Nikki. She's so sweet and understandable. And I got 3 clients so far, and it's just a joy to help them out. Every day I go to my different clients, and I've been with them for over 30 days, and I got like a real good relationship with all my clients. They all just, I have fun doing the whole throughout my whole day. I just have fun helping them, just letting them know that someone do care for them and someone do love them and looking out for them. And that's how my day goes.
Well, and
I
Consuelo,
go to work, do my job, and I come home.
that's wonderful. And Consuelo, I bet on top of that, it almost becomes an additional family member when you're really doing all the work you do. And I'm sure the kind of how long does it take for the I guess the warm up period? About 2 or 3 days, and then it's pretty chummy after that, or is it right away the connection?
It's a connection the same day, because they just to see the smiles on their face. And I was doing a client the other day, and she was like, "Thank you so much," and I'm like, "You don't have to thank me. That's what I'm here for." She said, "No, you're doing it with a smile." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, thank you twice."
Well, and to me, that's wonderful because, I've always said it seems, and this is just from my interpretations, doing the show and then some of the other work I've been able to do. And it just seems like, when someone gets older, just to have that conversation and just to have that smile on your face, it goes so much further than you would ever think it would, because they know that you care, that, they're not a burden. You're here to be a part of their team.
Yes, and you just never know what no one's going through throughout the day. So you have to be kind.
Absolutely. And how long have you been on the team with Home Instead?
I started January the 2nd this year, 2024.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm fresh.
Well, and Nikki, let me bring you back in here real quick. And Kathleen's unmuted now, so Kathy's ready to go. We're all winning here. I love it. So, Nikki, before we talk to Kathy a little bit, I got to ask you, whenever Consuelo said, "Hey, I just started January, 6th," how awesome is it to see someone brand new already doing some great work with Home Instead?
Oh, it's just such a blessing. And I am fortunate to be able to do the training with them. And so just to see how far just 30 days has helped our clients and Consuelo make those connections. And we always try to tell them, we try to match you up based on personality and interest, but sometimes it is a little, nerve-wracking for them, for the clients. And so Consuelo's just done an amazing job. And we have, we've been open 3.5 years now. And so Brady here, our son that works with us, he's been here 3 years. Kathy's been here a couple of years. So it's great to see the different milestones for everybody to accomplish. And we're looking forward to growing even larger than we are now.
Well, and that's what's really what I think's great too, is that you have some folks that have been here for a little bit, and Kathy, 2.5 years are close to it, huh?
Right. Well, I took care of my mom, and then I did private duty, and then I'm working for this wonderful company, Home Instead.
That's wonderful.
Meet so many wonderful clients and people. It's been awesome.
Well, and Kathy, you don't mind me asking, what sets Home Instead apart from, maybe some of the others that you've either been a part of or heard of?
They're just so. They make us feel like they're part of their family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and the people we meet and how they introduce us. And like Nikki was just saying, they match us so wonderfully with people. It's awesome. And it's such an honor to be with these people.
Yeah.
Every day.
Well,
yes.
Absolutely. And I love that personality matching aspect of it too. That way, I'm sure that could get a little tricky if you have some, different thoughts going on. Oh, and we got some folks on the Zoom here. Let me pull you guys on the screen. I love doing this live. It's my favorite. Right here. Oh, Nikki, I got a piece of it. Oh, is that Brady?
That's Brady, yeah.
Brady, how are we doing, man? Well, and take me through how you match up with personalities, because I think that's a pretty nuanced thing, if that's okay, because I could only imagine how tricky it could be if, maybe the personalities don't really, gel with each other.
We definitely try to match the best way we can. Sometimes they'll say, "Can we interview them?" And I'll say, "Well, trust me that I'm going to hear what you're saying. I'm going to know what makes them tick and make those connections." So a lot of times it's just a matter of their approach. It could be their personality, if they're quiet, if they're outgoing, their skill set. So there's a lot of times where we just look at all those different factors and make sure we go and introduce them. We give that soft introduction so it kind of breaks the ice a little bit. And then we follow up to see how things are going after the first shift, after the first week, and then we go visit them monthly. So we're always having some touch point to make sure that it's a good match for both of them, not just the client, but also the care pro. We want both of them to be fulfilled with what we're out there doing.
100%. And before we go into the deep dive of home instead, because I want to ask a little bit more of the how do we get started, because I know that so many of us have a relative or maybe somebody in our lives that could really utilize the services that you offer. I got to ask about the first job from Consuela and Kathy and the first day on it. Consuela, we'll start with you first. Do you remember the first time you walked into the client's home?
Yeah. What did I do? Yes, I do.
I love it. Fill me in.
Huh?
Fill me in on it.
My first client was Tom. Yes, he we got to put it like this. We got along real well. Tom know I don't play with him. And he don't play with me. I love Tom.
That's wonderful. And that's what I love to hear too, because it really shows the connections that you all have for your clients as well. And Kathy, take me through. You've been on for a couple of years now, but do you remember day one, job one?
Well, I think they've all blended together, but every one of them has been a learning, wonderful and a learning experience. It's just so much fun.
Absolutely.
And I just met Consuela's, her first gentleman, Tom. Boy, he's a pistol.
A good first pairing, Consuela. That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
Well, and Brady, getting back to you, what's it like working with your mom, your family on this? I came from a little bit of a family business here in Alton, and there's always some fun with working with family. But have you really enjoyed it?
Yeah. I didn't. My freshman year of high school, I did a project for my English class, and it was like for a community project. And I did Meals on Wheels, and I delivered meals to seniors. And when I saw their faces light up, I showed that someone actually cared for them, and it just kind of hit hard in my heart. And then once my mom branched out to open up this franchise, I wanted to start working with her and, get to meet new clients and everything. And it's just been a blast since.
Really cool. And on top of that, Brady, I delivered, before Uber Eats came into town, I had a courier company. And I was doing all this work with Cisco, but you're right. I mean, walking into the door and you see the fact of the matter is, we might be their only connection that day, and that only conversation. It's really, it's reassuring to hear that. And is that kind of being on the team reaffirmed that forethought?
Yeah, for sure.
And Nikki, how's it been having your son on the team? Is he doing a good job?
He's doing great. Of course, this is a 24-hour business for me and my husband, Kyle. And so we're blessed to have him a part of the business. And I know that's not going to last forever, but it's nice to be able to see him make that connection with the clients, and they look forward to him coming. And he has fun personality. Again, everybody, as we talked about, sometimes clients can be a pistol. Our care pros are so diverse, and I love that because you can't all be the same. And we try to really mentor them along the way, make sure we're doing what we can to have them be successful. Sometimes we have to have tough conversations where it was a difficult client or difficult day for them. But at the end of the day, as I tell them, we hire you to keep you here. We hire you to work with you to help you grow and learn and make those connections. So it's been a blessing to have, Brady alongside us, but we have two other boys and they're not going to be working in the business. So we got 1 out of 3. So we're happy for that.
There you go. And whenever, just getting back to Home Instead as a whole real quick, whenever someone calls, what's that first conversation like? Because I'm sure it can go a couple of different ways, but for folks that are interested in utilizing your guys' services, which are wonderful, what's that conversation first start off like?
We first ask them to tell us a little bit about their story, what they're experiencing, what they may be seeing with their loved one. And so we hear those pain points. We understand, okay, they might be dealing with, they're the caregiver, or they're calling for their dad because their dad's the one that's taking care of the mom, and they can see their health declining. And so all those different steps we go through to kind of define how we might be able to help them. And then we decide, okay, let's go out and meet. Let's maybe meet without the loved one, or we meet together, just kind of going through, sometimes it's baby steps. We met yesterday with somebody and we could tell that mom wasn't ready. One of the sons was, one of the other sons weren't. And so just trying to develop that trust with each other to know we're going to be here. We're going to be present in the home. We're going to be reliable and making sure that when we tell you we're going to show up, we're going to be there. And the consistency and reliability and that trust that you have to have is huge. And I have found that we have that with our team, and I hope they have that with me, to know that we're going to take care of each other. So the family has to see that from the beginning. And then as we pass it on the torch to our care pros, they go out there and continue on with that journey.
100%. And getting back to the care pro side of things, I was just thinking, and Kathy, Consuela, please fill me in and give us some insights on this. I always put myself in other people's positions. You know, if I was a care pro for a day, and I think it would be so beneficial in a way because, you know, when you're working with maybe an older generation, there's always some conversations that are fun, and then there's some that are maybe a little bit more serious, but I'm sure it helps, you know, with how you go about day-to-day life and just interactions with people outside of work too, and it helps in that way. Is that kind of, am I onto something there?
Absolutely, yes.
And then Consuela, what do you think?
Yes.
That's what I just kind of thought that, because whenever you're interacting, especially when, you know, you're in that setting, it's definitely going to give you some coping skills and some communicating skills that you would only learn, you know, in this field.
You learn something new every day in this field.
Well, and it seems like your guys, all of you are moving 100 miles an hour and really doing, covering a lot of ground. Nikki, how many families do you guys serve in the area? I know that's a tough, I mean, there's probably so many to count.
Yeah, we have over 25 families that we serve now, and we have 30 care pros. We have a few more coming on next week. So one of the things with ours is we do our hours a little bit different. So those are things where, again, we want to be able to have the top-notch care pros. So we have to be able to provide a little bit more higher needs care. So to do an hour drop-in, that's not something we do. We normally do 4-hour shifts. We're in there on the day-to-day basis. And so we can make sure that, one, the client's needs are met. Sometimes they're not aware of what their needs are, but also that the care pros can have their hours that they need, because some of them make a career out of this. And this is something that, you know, we want to be able to provide. We want to be able to compensate them well. So we go through that process and making sure for the clients and the care pros, it's a good fit, knowing the commitment that it takes. We can't just not show up one day and the client, you know, could do okay on their own. A lot of times they're waiting for us to get out of bed to get their medication. All those things we have to put into consideration when we're going through the hiring process, but also the clients. Can we meet that need? Is it beyond our scope? Do we need to bring in home health or hospice? So we really enjoy our partnership we have here in Madison County with some of the hospitals, the home health, the hospice. That helps us be successful. And for them too, they can do their hour visit, but they know someone's going to be there when they get ready to leave. That's going to take care of them on the, you know, the daily needs they have.
Well, and that's why I just think what you guys do is really so invaluable, because I've been a part of that, where we're all kind of driving and we're picking up, you know, medicines, and then we're going and grabbing food, or we're coming back and cleaning the house, and we're doing all these things that really wears down a family. And my question is, have you had a conversation with maybe a client's family that was kind of hesitant at first, and then all of a sudden, you know, a couple of weeks in, they see the big benefit of having one of your care pros really helping their family member? Have you seen a shift in that, you know, maybe that a little hesitancy at first and then all in?
I'll answer that first, and then you guys can chime in, because sometimes they'll talk to me and, well, I don't know. Are they insured and bonded? Can I meet him? So there is that hesitancy. And then when they walk in the door, again, that introduction is important. But then when I leave, the connection they make with the family and the client, sometimes the family's there the first visit, but then we have a week or two, they come back. So I know Kathy and Consuela just started too, but Brady, what do you guys think as far as like the connections with the families? Do you feel like you're building that trust with them along the way?
Yes. And I only been a month in, and I'm really cool and close with each one of my clients' family.
Well, and that's what I got out of it. Just by the first couple of seconds of hearing about Tom, Consuela, it was, you know, that pretty much reassured the commitment right there. And then Kathy, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
And then what were your thoughts on the interaction?
Oh, you're right. They just be, you know, become part of your, it's so wonderful because we can sit and we get so close to even their family, and our clients are just overwhelmed with joy. Some of them that we're there, you know what I mean? After a period of time of being with us, now they realize, when it's mainly some of our couples, especially the Alzheimer's couples, where they have the option to be able to stay home now. And it's a couple, she's overwhelmed, was overwhelmed with us there. And the family is overjoyed that, they're able to stay in their own home.
100%. 100%. No, I don't think folks realize the importance of staying in the home, because not a lot of older adults out there that are, getting to that age, maybe want to leave their house. They want to stay where they are. They're happy and they're secure. They like their spot. And to have Home Instead, kind of providing that opportunity is just incredible. And Brady, I want to ask your thoughts on that too, in the connection, because I'm sure that in the time that you've been working with your family on this, you've had the opportunity to connect with as well.
Yeah, no, it's nice being able to be there with the client, but then also show the family that, you meet their needs of whether that be their mom or dad or whoever you're taking care of. And then I've had shifts where sometimes they've sat in on and I got to visit with them, and just being able to interact with not only the clients, but also the family members is nice, because that just builds even more trust within. So.
Well, and I'm sure on top of it too, it's one of those where it's probably, a joy in your guys' day as well, because, it's always good to have nice conversations and just being able to talk with folks, and with all the work that you have to do and all the stress that goes into, making sure that your clients' needs are met. Those conversations, I'm sure, are reassuring from both parties that it's all good to let the hair down for a couple of minutes and just chat,
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we try to do is gather some information for our clients to kind of understand their life journey, where they came from. So that helps us make those connections. A lot of times you don't know the understory or maybe what their past was like. And so we try to get that information ahead of time, just so we know how to build that relationship. But the care pros do an amazing job to get in there and delicately have conversations with them. They'll figure out, okay, I'm not going to bring that up anymore, but what am I going to bring up each day I come in? That if it's a dementia client, that I know this is what they like to talk about. Or if there's a family member that wants to make sure they're reading the logs and know what's going on, we can add a little bit more information there to know what's going on each and every day. But build those relationships is so important for us. And they do want to stay home. Sometimes home isn't the best place, and we take care of people in assisted living and long-term care as well. But sometimes just keeping them there in their home environment as long as they can will keep their cognitive skills, top notch, and also the physical needs that we met, prevent falls, make sure they're taking their medication, meals, and just that. I think we had such a hard time the last couple of years with the socialization because we weren't able to get out. And so connecting with people has just been amazing to be able to give them that conversation. I met with somebody yesterday and she goes, I'm just so lonely. She goes, I don't think I should be here in my house. And I said, give us 30 days. I said, I think you'll change your mind. So my wheels are turning, trying to make sure I know the right people to match her up with that the family will trust. But it just takes that special connection with them, that first impression. And after that, we hit the ground running. So we're really excited to be able to have the amazing team that we have and serve the area. We're always trying to find fun events for them to go to. If they have, if they golfed in the past or gardened, or they like to go out shopping, whatever we can do to enhance their lives, we try to do that each and every day.
And I just think that's why Home Instead's grown how it has really in the last couple of years. It's really been fun to kind of follow along, because doing this show, it kind of keeps me on the pulse of how everyone's doing and what the work's being done. And really, Nikki, you have to be proud of just all the hard work the teams put in, your families put in, and then you put in to get to this point. And now the biggest question is, for me personally, because I know that there's so many in the Alton area that are getting ready to jump on the horn here and see about how we can start our journey with Home Instead. This has been a great conversation. What's the best way for us to reach out to you and utilize Home Instead and the great care pros you have, like Kathy and Consuela and Brady?
Yes, and Brady. Yes.
Sorry, Brady. Didn't mean to leave you out there, man.
The best way to get a hold of us is just pick up the phone and give us a call at 618-307-3776. 9534. Or if you're not local, want to search us on the internet, just go to homeinstead.com. And we're franchise 851, but if you search the area, you'll find us. The other thing that we are able to do first of the year is we are serving our local veterans. And so I am so thrilled to be able to get going on that. And so if there's any veterans out there or family members, you want your veterans to be able to get some care, we can help you through that process and be able to get some care in the home for our veterans.
Whoa, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Is that the same process with the older adult services you provide? Is it the same formula?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we go through the VA, they'll have to fill out their paperwork, and then they're approved for so many hours. And then we can go out there and take care of them in their home. And we have some veterans already, but we hadn't been able to utilize our VA benefits yet. So we are excited about getting that going.
Absolutely. That's going to be very beneficial. And I'm excited to see the growth continue to happen. Thank you all so much for... Oh, sorry.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you being along the way with our journey.
No problem. And I always love the internet delay gets me every time, Nikki. It's like, all I know is that Home Instead's doing some wonderful work, and you can learn more at homeinstead.com. Thank you so much for letting us recognize some of the care pros. I know that you guys have this last week, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. See you, everybody. See you, Kathy. See you, Brady. See you, Consuela. See you, Nikki. And see all of you after a quick commercial break right after this on RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back to our daily show on this Valentine's Day Wednesday morning in the heart of the 618. News broke yesterday that Maryville is getting a new dispensary, and one of the most prominent names, Revolution Dispensary, coming into Maryville. Charles Bolden joins us now via Zoom. This is an exciting time, I'm sure, for all of you, sir, and the community at large.
Yes, it is. These dispensary openings always make me feel great, and it's a great thing for the community, and I'm just glad that I can be a part of it, and the Maryville community as well.
Well, and sir, take me through how the location in Maryville came to be, because I know that Revolution is a highly sought after brand, and for Maryville to get this location, get this dispensary is big news.
Well, way back in 2019 or 2020, it seems like ages ago, the state of Illinois introduced a lottery program, and they opened up applications for all the Illinois residents that wanted to participate or had a desire to go into the dispensary market. And then at that time, I got, with a couple partners that I knew, and we made the decision to go in at full force and with no promises of getting anything. It's just a dream. Really, you go in with a dream. You want to do things for your family. And during the lottery process, we were able to win a ticket, have one of the winning tickets, and Maryville was the area that came up. And then the courts took over. Those guys that didn't win filed a lawsuit. So it seemed like we were mired and stuck in litigation for over 2 years. And when it finally, the smoke cleared, we came out winners again.
No pun intended there, huh? Well, and sir, I could only imagine the relief, when that final hurdle's been passed and now we can get through to greener pastures. I mean, take me through just the thought process once that litigation ends and now it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. But one of the things the process teach you is patience. You can't count your eggs before they hatch. And a lot of times I got excited and was ready to go and did this, and it just wasn't meant to be, and it wasn't the right time. So when everything comes together like it is now, that feeling is tremendous. It's a great feeling, especially when you've had it so tough before, and when you had to deal with those issues where patients had to take care, because you couldn't rush the state, you couldn't rush the licensee agencies. This all takes time. It's not something that's done overnight. And in my case, this is 4 years in the making.
It's just, and it really shows the perseverance that you need with this. And I remember when the lottery system was announced, I think a lot of folks thought right away those dreams would become in reality. And just to hear it from you, sir, that's great insight that Rome wasn't built in a day and neither was Revolution Dispensary in Maryville.
You're right.
Sir, take me through some of the product that we can expect on the shelves over at Revolution Dispensary.
Oh, you'll have the wide range of products that any other dispensary has. We have the gummies, we have the flower product, we have the infused products. So the range is wide. The range is wide. Victoria can break down the exact, the different strands of everything that we have. But Revolution has its own product also in there, and it's just been great to be able to partner with someone that's had their feet wet in the industry, because it's one thing coming in new and knowing the nuances of the business, but when you come in with a established leader in the field, it just makes it makes things easier. That's all I can say about that.
Well, that's 100%, because, there's no doubt about it that folks in the Southern Illinois area and throughout the Riverbend region are familiar with Revolution. And to bring that product line and the name is just wonderful. And now we're in the final preparations, Charles. We have a couple of days until the soft opening, correct, which is Thursday?
That's correct.
And now
9 a.m.
Take me through the preparations. I'm sure the staff's already inside and going through some of the ins and outs of the days today, but as of now, where are you sitting? Are we just kind of on anticipation mode for Thursday and Friday?
Yes, I'm getting things prepared because I have a family here in Chicago, and I'm just getting things prepared. So, and also, I do have a day job and I run a business, so I have to make sure everything is taken care of here so I can leave and go participate in the wonderful opening there in Maryville. So that's what I am, making sure that everything that needs to be done here, all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed here.
Well, and it's great insight too, in a different way, because as someone myself, sir, I was a young business owner, sold it, partnered off, whatever you want to call it, and was able to move on to a new industry. But, I think folks sometimes just expect that, once you get that license or once you get that first spot, that's it.
No, it's time to roll your sleeves up and get dirty, man. I got to tell you, you got to put the work in.
And sir, as we get back to Maryville, on Friday, the doors will open officially with your grand opening. And there's a lot of buzz around this. You have some local officials, elected officials that are going to be there, the community at large. But on top of that all, this is big for Maryville. The impact that a dispensary could bring economically, there's no argument or question about it. What are some of the conversations that you had maybe with those officials as this process was getting underway?
And for those folks that have medical issues, it makes access a lot easier. And that's what we're going to provide.
Absolutely. And you cut off a little bit there, Charles. My apologies for that internet issue.
No.
But, what I get out of this is people keep kind of turning their nose. The ones that do it, the cannabis industry, don't realize the economic impact and the jobs that you are creating in Maryville, which are immense. And, what makes this this opening so special for you? I know you talked about the 4 years of a journey, but also for you to really step out and start your cannabis, journey in this industry, it technically starts tomorrow, correct?
Yes, it does. When you see me, I stand behind a strong family. I have 4 grandbabies, 2 children, and it's the Bolden Army. This goes along a lot of ways as far as family being able to provide and help family, as well as philanthropy. I'm real big in youth basketball in the local area here in Illinois. So I look forward to these things happening, being successful, and me being able to do some things that I've dreamed about and always wanted to do, just wasn't able to do.
Absolutely. And it's not to cut you off, sir, but just getting back to Maryville, after this location's up and running, the gears start really becoming well-oiled. Is there a little bit more in the cannabis industry in that future for you? Do you have any plans outside of Maryville yet?
Well, again, with the friendships that we made with the Chamber of Commerce, we'll look, I'll get with Revolution and we'll look at things that are specific to Maryville, because every community has its little different nuances. So we'll be looking at those things, those niche things that make Maryville special in its own right, and try to, assist and be a voice in the community for those, and an advocate for those that, need help or are trying to do something that benefits the whole entire community.
100%. Folks, if you were just tuning in on this Wednesday morning, we were talking to Charles Bolden because the festivities begin at 9 a.m. on February the 17th. That's Friday, with the official ribbon cutting ceremony to begin at 11 a.m. at the brand new, 4 years in the making, brand new Revolution.
You got it.
And sir, I really just think it's a testament to, for anyone that watches this that is a business owner, has an idea, that you can't just stop whenever the going gets tough. You have to keep pushing through. And this is a win-win for you, sir, but also the community and the Riverbend region, because, just the impact that this is going to have is going to be great.
Yep. And I'm cognizant of that, and it just makes you feel that much better. And it's also a responsibility. These things aren't given away to everybody. So if you were chosen, it's a responsibility that you can't take lightly.
No, and sir, in the press release that we ran on Tuesday morning before, there was a quote that you had about customer satisfaction. And I think that's a phrase that's starting to go by the wayside whenever you have to call a call center to get your Papa John's to you,
Yeah. Or anything else that you got to call and get something and speak to someone.
Right. And sir, so take me through how Revolution Dispensary is going to be working on that customer satisfaction, because that's a huge part of the cannabis, process when you're going to buy a product.
Well, what I've noticed, and what I've the folks that actually want to work in this industry, they are your higher end customer service thing. So it's kind of a self it filters itself, because the amount of energy and the things that the employees bring, you can't buy that. I can't buy that smile on that young lady or that young man. So I've been blown away about the staffing. It starts with staffing, and I can say, even when I've looked at my competition, the staff always stands out. They either make you or break you, because folks can go anywhere. So it's important to have a staff that enjoys what they're doing and enjoys helping the community.
100%. And as we're talking about this with that soft opening tomorrow on Thursday, the grand opening on Friday, plus there's going to be some major incentives to go and check it out. Not only do you get to go see Charles during the ribbon cutting whenever he's there with Mayor Craig Short, and then, of course, our friend of the show, Don Muschel, who is just wonderful. Now, Charles, I got to ask you, have you given a Barry Manilow line yet to Dawn? She's a big fan.
Oh, no, I haven't. I'm glad you include me in on that.
There you go.
I'll have to come up with something.
A little bit of help for you while you're making the trek down to Maryville.
Thank you, CJ.
Sir, I really just want to say thank you from the bottom of our heart to be a part of this big news, because this is huge news. Whenever you get to open a dispensary after all this time, and we know in Alton how long it could take. It took us quite a long time to have that first dispensary, but in Maryville, to have this Revolution brand backing you, that is the biggest news story of the day, is that this is a big brand that's coming to Maryville, that's partnered up with you, and you're going to deliver some great product for years to come.
And the line, no one does it by themselves. You got to have, whether that's in business or in your personal issue. Well, I just wanted to hit on the thing about, I'm a big basketball coach. I've coached in a lot of youth communities, and the teamwork it takes to win. No one person does it alone. And it's the same thing in this industry. You got to have a team. And that goes from the front line, your employees on the front line, giving that good customer service, to the people behind the scenes that are making sure everything is done the right way, that all the licenses are up to date and everything is done right. So I couldn't do it by myself. And a partner like Revolution just takes us over the top.
100% over, Charles. And on top of that, too, is Revolution Dispensary going to be open all 7 days of the week or closed on Sundays? Do you have that information?
I don't, not in front of me. The operating hours, that detail was left into the people on boots on the ground right now.
But
so,
I like that,
I'll
sir.
have that.
I really like that component, because, they would have some insights onto that, and that shows how strong your team is. And I think that's a huge, huge portion of why I think Revolution's going to do well. And Charles, before I let you go, I don't think this is the last time we're going to be talking. I think that we're going to have a few more conversations, and nothing but the best of luck on Thursday. You have all of our support here at RiverBender.com, and on
Thank you.
Friday.
I appreciate that.
And on Friday for the official grand opening and ribbon cutting, when you got Mayor Craig Short, Don Muschel, and of course the CEO of Bolden Investments, Charles Bolden, in the ribbon cutting ceremony, and right here on RiverBender.com. Is there anything else, sir, we need to hit on that I have not talked to you about yet?
No, I just want to thank everybody for being so warm and being receptive to the idea, because again, as we move across the country, it's not that you don't get that feeling everywhere. So when you do, you're very appreciative of it. And I want to thank the entire Maryville community, as well as the political aspect, the Chamber of Commerce, and Mayor Short. Absolutely.
And Charles Bolden, thank you so much for your time. You are welcome back anytime. We're excited because, well, as always, we get to celebrate a dispensary, and I'm really excited every chance we get. Best of luck. I hope it all goes well, and I'll see you up at Revolution Dispensary soon, Charles.
All right. Nice chatting with you, CJ.
No problem. We'll take a quick pause here. Our daily show will roll around the corner after this.
All right.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, woman-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Timber!
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Show was in the lost and
10:06 on this Valentine's Day Wednesday. CJ Nasello, it's Our Daily Show, RiverBender.com, Roku TV, and anywhere and everywhere you get your podcasts. Make sure you download the Riverbender app on your smartphone. I love it. You know, it's just like the big major news networks where you get those news alerts. You get everything that's pertinent to you. When we talk about being in the know, as Ray would say, I'm telling you what, you are in the know when you download that Riverbender app. You have access to Riverbender Radio and all the amenities that await you on our platform, and it's ready for you on the App Store or Google Play. We will take you to Alton first as we bring you tragic news. The Alton community and the region are heartbroken today after the passing of 13-year-old Renaya Stewart, who was shot and critically wounded in early February in a drive-by shooting on Highland Avenue. Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain provided RiverBender.com with the following statement. I am deeply saddened by the passing of Renaya Stewart. Our community is heartbroken. The Alton Police Department has kept the state's attorney's office informed on all developments in the investigation. As with any case, new developments can result in the state's attorney's office seeking to amend any pending charges. Our prayers are with the family and the loved ones of Renaya at this difficult time. In addition, I reiterate my pledge that the state's attorney's office is committed to securing justice for this innocent victim. At this time, the state's attorney's office will have no additional comment on this pending case. Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford provided the following statement. The loss of Renaya is felt by everyone in the Alton Police Department. Our hearts are heavy as we mourn the tragic loss of this vibrant young girl. I ask the community to join our department in keeping Renaya, her family, her loved ones in our prayers. The Alton Police Department continues to develop information and pursue all available leads in this investigation. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to contact the Alton Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division at 618-463-3505, extension 671. There 3 have been charged in the shooting. Alvin Perry, Rashawn Colvin, and Keith Sanders are all facing charges in this tragic case. Also in the news, out of Granite City, State Representative Amy Ellick's office will be hosting mobile office hours in Granite City on Wednesday, February the 21st, to meet with constituents who need help with issues concerning a state of Illinois agency. Representative Ellick's staff will be available to meet with constituents from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. on Wednesday, February the 21st at Granite City Township, 2060 Delmar Avenue, Suite B in Granite City. Traveling office hours are open to the public. Appointments are encouraged, but they're not required. However, scheduled meetings will take place in the order in which they are received. To schedule a meeting, please call State Representative Amy Ellick's district office at 618-433-8046. Also in the news, the Illinois Department of Transportation did announce that repairs on eastbound Interstate 270 between Illinois 3 and Riverview Drive will require lane closure starting, weather permitting, at 9 p.m. on Friday, February the 16th. One lane will always remain open, with all lanes reopening in time by 5 a.m. Monday morning. President's Day, February the 19th. Motorists should expect delays and are encouraged to use alternate routes during this closure. Drivers are urged to reduce speeds, be alert for changing conditions, obey all construction signage, and refrain from using mobile devices while approaching and traveling through the work zone. For IDOT District 8 updates, you can follow them on Twitter or X at IDOT District 8, or for area construction details, you can view them on the Traveler's Information Map on gettingaroundillinois.com. Also in the news out of Edwardsville, Edwardsville Mayor Art Risby announced Tuesday, February the 13th, that the city has acquired 2 parcels of green space, one just south of downtown and the other adjacent to Governor's Parkway, to be preserved as Edwardsville Park properties. Community members will have an opportunity later this month to share ideas for how those properties might be used and amenities that could be considered for the 2 sites. The properties purchased include 0.34 acres of land at 211 South Benton Street, an empty lot at the intersection with West Park. It is part of the Crocker Gardens neighborhood in the city's 4th Ward, bordering Ward 3. The other property is 3.42 acres of undeveloped land at the northeast corner of Gerber Road and Governor's Parkway. It is located in the 7th Ward that borders Ward 6. Acquisition funding was made possible by the Edwardsville Enhancement Plan, which did utilize revenue from the 0.25% sales tax increase that took effect January 1. The City Council unanimously passed the sales tax increase last fall with a goal of acquiring and preserving green space, investing in city parks and new public spaces, funding future capital projects, and supporting the city's public safety pensions. Mayor Art Risby said that the purchases are part of a larger plan to create, quote, a green corridor throughout the community that benefits all who live, work, or visit Edwardsville. The open house is scheduled from 5:30 p.m. until 7 p.m. Wednesday, February the 28th at the community room of the RP Lumber Center, 6289 Tiger Drive, to allow the public to weigh in on possible uses or amenities for each site. A quote from Elizabeth Grant, Alderwoman for Ward 7. We know that this land is very important to the neighbors and look forward to hearing their ideas about its best uses as a green space. One final bit of news for you out of Glen Carbon. The Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois is excited to announce that the sweetest weekend of the year is finally here, National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend. If you haven't gotten your freezer stocked up, well, they've got you covered. February the 16th through the 18th will be the biggest weekend for the Girl Scout Cookie program, as cookie booths will be held in areas all throughout Southern Illinois. To find a cookie booth near you, you can visit gsofsi.org. That's gsofsi.org/find cookies, or text cookies, all capital letters, to 59618. While picking up some cookies for yourself, you can also purchase a box or 2 to donate to their Gift of Caring program. All cookies purchased through the Gift of Caring program will be donated to the Heroes Care, an organization that supports military families. The 2024 National Girl Scout Cookie Season theme, Unbox the Future. It aims to remove social barriers that often keep girls boxed in. The Girl Scout Cookie program is the world's largest entrepreneurial program for girls and builds confidence, courage, and charters character through girl-led experiences. As a result, girls kickstart their limitless, barrier-breaking futures outside the box by learning transferable life skills, including goal setting, decision-making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois serves 6,500 girls and engages nearly 3,400 adults in 40 counties. And CEO of the Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois, Loretta Graham, will be joining us on Friday to fill us in on all the excitement that surrounds cookie season. At 10:14, let's take a look at your weather forecast. Right now, it's 42 degrees, but let's look at Clark Bridge. The sun must be shining down because it's saying it feels like 50 out there, and boy, does that look like 50. Sun shining down on the Mississippi, and you can see the tree line into West Alton reflecting behind the bridge. The Cracker Factory, you can see Mineral Springs Mall, and just the sun shining down in the heart of the 618. You can see that camera, folks, in real time all the time at RiverBender.com/weather. Temperatures today will reach 60. They'll drop down to 46 overnight. On Thursday, a high of 52, a low of 30. But here's where it gets interesting. On Friday, the 16th, a high of 37 degrees, a low of 22. However, they are calling for an 80% chance of snow. On Saturday, a high of 39, a low of 26. All sunny skies, no rain in the forecast or snow. And then on Sunday, a high of 50, a low of 30, and we're back to normal as we keep rolling through the month of February. Right now, as it sits, it's 42 degrees. It feels like 49 for time and temperature throughout the day. You give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back. rehab, recover, and return home. You know, I love the fact that Riverbender has the weather line. That was whenever I found out that we had it when I came here and I was kind of going through the site, I never even thought about calling that number again. But what I thought was really cool about it was it brought back so many memories, you know, because I'd be sitting there with my grandma and my grandpa in their living room or in their bedroom, and they'd go, all right, go see how warm it is outside, and then we'll go to the park. You know, and it was always just those little things. So I was so glad to see that Riverbender kept the landmark going, and that's with that 465-4545 number. Hey, are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? Let's talk for real. A life free from addiction, it's truly possible, and it starts at Centerstone. We just started our brand new segments with Centerstone, and I'm so excited about them. I know that so many have weighed in already and watched them, and I appreciate that because this is very important. Centerstone is a huge segment for us because they're a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages, with a commitment to delivering care that truly changes people's lives. Centerstone's dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices and treatment programs. This means the recovery care plan that's developed for you will be developed on the latest science, not some tried and maybe not even true method that doesn't get the results. With so many unknowns on the road to recovery, one thing you can know for sure is that Centerstone will be a constant guiding force for you on your recovery journey. Addiction can happen to anyone. So can recovery. Start working towards your recovery today by visiting Centerstone online at recoverwithus.org. That's recoverwithus.org, or by calling 1-877-HOPE-123. That's recoverwithus.org or 1-877-HOPE-123.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry.
Talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got showing.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, gear up with Falcommit and elevate your hunting experience. From rugged gear for the seasoned hunter to adorable outfits for the little ones, we've got your whole family covered. Literally, because the best moments are made in the great outdoors. And with Falcommit, you're not just wearing gear, you're wearing the stories of your adventures. Discover the joy of hunting together. Visit falcommit.com and outfit your family for the next generations of memories.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I have time for one of these today. All-Star Award, RiverBender.com. All righty. We've all, can't say we've all been in this situation. But hear me out on this. You know it's bad when you call the cops on yourself. Police in England say a drunken driver did the right thing after he did the wrong thing. An emergency dispatcher received an unusual call before noon, just before noon on Monday. Oh, what a hero. When a motorist reported he was driving drunk and said, quote, he doesn't know what he's doing. North Yorkshire police said that the man said he had a rough weekend. Man calls the police to report he is a drunk driver, the police said in capital letters using the British term for the offense, which is drink driver. It's not every day this happens. When officers arrived, the 52-year-old man was in a van, not down by the river, but on the side of the road. A breath test revealed he was 3 times over the legal limit. Put down the 4 Loko, pal. He was arrested Monday and held in custody and released after being charged Tuesday with drunk driving in the court. But you know what? You got to appreciate the honesty of the individual. All right. Workers at a North Carolina aquarium were shocked when a stingray was found to be pregnant despite her only male companion being a pair of sharks. Listen to this. So the aquarium in Shark Leg team Echo in downtown Hendersonville said that staff initially thought the stingray named Charlotte might have had cancer that when they started to notice swelling in September. But listen to this. Testing showed Charlotte was not only cancer-free, she was pregnant with up to 4 pups. Brenda Romer, founder and executive director at Team Echo, said officials have only 2 theories on how old Charlotte the stingray could have gotten pregnant. First possibility is called parthenogenesis. It's when eggs develop without fertilization. I think I botched that one, and grows into clones of their mother. Rammer also said the aquarium has observed the process in sharks before, but it's far more rare in stingrays. So here's the other possibility. It involves a pair of male white spot bamboo sharks named Larry and Moe who were moved into Charlotte's tank last summer. She said bite marks might be a sign of mating behavior for the sharks, leading to suspicions that Larry or Moe, well, might have had a little bit of an encounter with the stingray. Raymer said DNA tests will be conducted once the pups are born to determine if they are products of the cloning process or something even more bizarre. Remember when Maury went over to the San Diego Zoo and did one of those? They should do that for this aquarium too. All right, how do you feel about this? A health and wellness company in Australia set a Guinness World Record when 509 people, that's a pretty exact number, took ice baths at the same time on a beach. One Life Live It organized the attempt at the world record that most people taking ice baths simultaneously at the Leighton Beach in Fremantle, Western Australia. So the company set up these large inflatable pools on this beach, and participants enter together with about 12 bathers in each pool. I'll pass. Participants were required to remain submerged up to their necks for at least 3 minutes to qualify for the record. A total of 537 people made the attempt, but only 509 could go the distance. The total was enough to surpass the goal of 483 and win the record. I just wouldn't want to be stuck in a tub with 12 people. It is Valentine's Day, so let me share an odd one for you that's love-themed. A Michigan man is trying to solve the mystery of a 70-year-old love letter he found in a toolbox he purchased from a farm auction. Rick of Grand Rapids said he bought the toolbox at a farm auction in 2017, but it wasn't until years later he found an old letter stashed away in a drawer. The letter was authored 70 years ago by Army Corporal Irvin Fleming and was sent from San Francisco to Mary Lee Cribbs in Grand Rapids. The letter featured Fleming apologizing to Cribbs for a disagreement they had and professing his undying love for her and his intention to marry when he returns from the Army. it's almost like a true love story. People just don't write things like that nowadays. It's almost like poetry, the man told local affiliates. He's now trying to find surviving relatives of the couple so he can give them the letter back. Now, a Minnesota couple recently detailed their own similar incident after finding a pair of love notes inside the wall of their bathroom during a remodeling project. Now, could you imagine, though, if it was not really a love note intended for the person's spouse and it was kind of you were catching up on a fling? That would be kind of good. One of those scandalous letters, you know? Well, this is one last one for you today, and I just saw it and thought there's always hope out there. A dog that went missing from a family-friendly's Colorado home in 2022 has turned up 4 years later near the Mexican border, nearly 600 miles away. Benjamin Baxter, 13-year-old dog, Benjamin Baxter was 13 years old when he brought home a 6-week-old puppy. They wrote this wrong. The puppy's name was Patches. In 2020, he had to move to Nebraska for a new job, and his new rental, it didn't allow dogs. Patches stayed with a family friend in Calhoun, Colorado, while Baxter searched for a new home that would allow his pet. But she had only been staying with a friend for a couple of months when she escaped. Baxter said he initially wasn't worried since Patches had a history of escaping, but as the days went on and there were no responses to the lost dog posters, he gave up hope. Baxter's wife, Elizabeth, received a phone call on the 31st of January from his mother, who said she had been receiving calls about Patches, who was found in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I hope I didn't botch that. But she suspected the call could have been a scam. Baxter contacted the shelter and was soon convinced that they indeed had his long-lost furry friend. Patches was brought from New Mexico back to the family friend's house in Colorado, where Baxter said he will soon drive to bring Patches home for good. You know, this story is similar to a lost dog that was found in England in December after an even longer period of time, 6.5 years. So there you go. There's always hope in the world if you are looking for your furry friend to come on home. It's 10:27. We'll take a quick pause on this Valentine's Day Wednesday. We'll talk all things Riverbend Wellness Festival right after this on RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Valentine's Day continues on RiverBender.com. You know, I still haven't really gotten chocolate yet. My mom and dad got me some. I felt so cool about that. I'm going to go pick it up later on. Feeling good, feeling well, feeling well.
Chocolate is one of those things that helps you just to feel even better.
It is. And speaking about, feeling well, Riverbend Wellness Festival, I think the great decision was made to reschedule for March the 2nd. And it seems like even more people are ready to do this.
I noticed that this morning.
Yeah.
There's like 500 people interested in attending.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Over 500. It's interesting. I love it.
What does that mean, seriously? Because, this is kind of a nuanced thing. No one's really done something like this around here. And to see that so many people are saying yes to this has got to be an amazing feeling.
It's really cool.
I love. So Beth and I both, we wanted when we came up with this idea to be able to make something like this available in Alton. You see it all over the other places, but we wanted it here in the Riverbend. We wanted it. All of our speakers are local. All of our vendors, most of our vendors are local. This is what we wanted. We wanted something that was for Riverbend and it was by Riverbend, and it's beautiful.
That's awesome. And then Beth, take me through some of the preparations, because Stella and I have talked a time or two about the Wellness Festival at this point, but take me through your involvement, and I'm sure that you guys didn't stop working and haven't stopped yet.
No, we really haven't. And then we've had our own businesses moving and changing and transforming all on top of it as well. We started planning, it was back in August.
Wow.
And we started gathering vendors and talking about keynote speakers back in August. And it was kind of slow going at first, but I feel like, once the snowball got going downhill, it really didn't stop. So
Please don't talk about snowballs.
Sorry.
Stay tuned for Friday. Did you see that? We're getting snow on.
I saw that.
I did see that too. Sorry, Boulder. Once
Thank you.
Boulder got going
There
down. We've had to unfortunately turn people away for vendor spots and keynote speaker spots and things like that because we're out of room. Milton only has so much room, and it's a big space.
Yeah.
So we're looking at well over 30 vendors at this point. Because of the rescheduling, some keynote speakers shifting around has had to happen and things like that. So we don't have a final head count on keynote speakers yet, but I'm pretty confident that with who we have that's going to be there that day, it's still going to be an amazing event.
It's going to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
What I think's wonderful too is, it seems like just already talking, there's a wait list for vendors and keynote speakers. This is going to happen a second year, I think.
Well, when we started this, we actually had the intention of doing it on an annual basis.
Absolutely.
And so that is our hope. We just really want to be able to bring to the Riverbend the idea of taking care of yourself, of overall wellness,
Right.
the physical, the mental, the spiritual, all of it coming together. And that's what the keynote speakers and all of that is about. Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is what I think so amazing about this too, because you're right, here it seems like we might have one event that's tailored to maybe one facet of our wellness journey, but then once you leave the festival, you forget about the other factors of your wellness journey too. But to have all of this there with local vendors that are really providing so many great materials, whether it's product, whether it's just other, you name it, the bottom line is you're getting a well-rounded day to really go and evaluate and just and that's what I like. It's not an event that you're going to go, right away and party to the wall on, but one you can step in, take a breath, reflect on how everything's going, listen to some great keynote speakers.
Exactly.
And really just take care of yourself.
And it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. And we really wanted people to be able to come and find their people and find their community. And so we tried to do as well-rounded as possible with the keynote speakers and the vendors so that people could shop and do some self-care that day, as well as meet people who can help them on their wellness journey as well. And we wanted to appeal to everybody, families, individuals, couples, it doesn't matter.
Well,
everybody's welcome.
And I don't know what your thoughts are on this, Stella and Beth, but I think what's cool too is when you have keynote speakers, and we've all been in this situation, no one wants to be the one that says, I'm kind of feeling this way, and it might be because, for me, I always have a problem with saying, man, I've just been depressed lately, because I something I deal with, and it's tough. But whenever you have other individuals that are going for the same, type of I guess, entity you're looking for, whatever you want to call it, you're able to kind of feel more secure in knowing, hey, it's okay to talk about this.
You're not alone.
Exactly.
You're not
I mean,
alone. Yeah.
to me, it's a wonderful way, and I don't want to blanket this as a term, but, you know, I don't want to say therapy session, but it's a great way to go in and really have a therapeutic morning and realize there's folks around you that are going through the same hurdles, the same struggles, and it's okay to talk about them.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We're going to have, we'll also have some, a meditation session. We'll have some estatic dance, some crafting to help and that kind of get that creativity going. And you have one of your associates is going to be doing a session too, right? Or no, she's doing some stuff for mothers, right?
Yeah, so we'll have, I specialize in perinatal mental health, and so I have an intern who's going to be offering free perinatal mental health screenings that day. Wow. So if you want to come out and do just really short screenings on postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, things like that, we will have somebody there who's doing screenings that day. And we'll also be offering resources for therapy, resources for lactation support, resources for doulas, midwives, OBGYNs in the area, things like that.
Well, and too, I mean, just that portion of it alone, that's not, those are very hard to find sometimes, those resources, especially for something that's such a specific category too, and to have that's wonderful. Are there any other types of specialty, not really screenings, but specialty, associations that will be a part of it?
So we will be having Jody Ray from Spacious Expression.
Oh, she's great.
She will be one of the keynote speakers. And she is going to be, I don't know what she's going to be talking on that day, but her specialization is helping people who are trying to find, lean into sobriety a little bit more. Try to intentionally allow themselves to live a more clear-minded life in that regard. And so she will be one of the keynote speakers that day too. It's just that, it's all of these different things coming together. And we've had, to this point, over 30 local businesses donate to the raffle. Oh. And the raffle, now all of the vendor fees and all of the money that we make from the raffle goes to Amare. Who does,
Wonderful.
Amare helps local business, well, I'm sorry, not businesses, local people.
Individuals, yes.
Individuals on their road to recovery.
And not just help them. I mean, what Amari does is just wonderful.
Exactly.
I mean, anyone that's really looked into what Ty's doing over there, he's done a wonderful job. And now at the Max Sports Building, that's a great addition
Isn't that
to Amari.
wonderful?
What a donation.
Beautiful.
I mean, beautiful. And also, it's going to really put Amari in the cornerstone map, because to have that location, I mean, I can only imagine the growth that's already happened, with that.
We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful community with such big hearts like that. And then our raffle, we've had over 30 businesses donate to that. The raffle tickets will cost $1 for one, 12 for $10. And we're going to have those prizes, but we're also going to do a 50-50 raffle.
I told you I had to write in my hand.
We're going to do a 50-50 raffle, so people can come. They can donate toward the whole overall fund for Amare, and in the process, win some money with the 50-50, or win some prizes. It's beautiful.
Exactly. Now I got to be a little nosy here, Beth and Stella Webb here. I got to be nosy. What are some of the
oh my goodness
prizes?
So It's Raining Zen donated. I love it. One of their Turkish lamps.
Oh wow!
Gosh, those things are beautiful.
Just beautiful.
Wow.
We've got donations from CJ Juicery. We've got donations from Party on Broadway. We have donations from Gumbo to Go.
Wonderful people.
We have donations from Food Affair just all these beautiful things.
Well, and that's why I just love, whenever I first saw it, whenever it came on Facebook, I called you and told Sydney about it upstairs. I'm like, we got to do this because everything about this ticks the boxes. And what I think is great, because sometimes when you put on an event and it gets this big, where you have all these vendors and moving parts and speakers, and you lose sight of what the mission of the event is. But you guys haven't. I mean, this is seriously all-encompassing wellness.
Yes.
On a Saturday, correct? March 2nd's a Saturday?
March 2nd is a Saturday.
Whew, that was a dangerous game I just played there.
10 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And that's what I like. It gives you enough time to not rush through anything. You can go and be a part of it for however long you want to be, and then that way you don't have to rush it. It's not, I got to get there because it's done at 12.
Right.
Yeah.
And Mavis is in Milton. They're going to be doing wellness shots. They'll be having those and
like little drinks.
Yeah,
tiny drinks.
Oh, what type? What are in them?
We don't know.
That's a good question. We'll all find out together.
But they're wellness.
They are wellness drinks. It's the only shot you can have that's going to make you feel better. Well, and you won't hurt afterwards either in the morning.
That's true.
Exactly.
With that being said, at 10:41, can you stick around? I want to keep talking a little bit more.
Yeah.
I got to pay a quick bill, but our conversation's not stopping. More of this comes your way right after this quick break.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry.
Talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got showing.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, gear up with Foul Commit and elevate your hunting experience. From rugged gear for the seasoned hunter to adorable outfits for the little ones, we've got your whole family covered. Literally, because the best moments are made in the great outdoors. And with Foul Commit, you're not just wearing gear, you're wearing the stories of your adventures. Discover the joy of hunting together. Visit FoulCommit.com and outfit your family for the next generations of memories.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Arms are mine. They are lonely, lonely and fielding blue. These arms
of mine will be welcoming you to the Wellness Festival March this. See how I did that there? I'm picking it up pretty good here.
Yeah. Good job.
The Riverbend Wellness Festival will be kicking off March the 2nd from noon until 10 to 6.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
I did
We
that
got
again.
it. We got
I'm
it.
so sorry. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
on March the 2nd. That's the first Saturday of March.
Yes.
I got that one. Getting back, Beth, I've talked to Stella before about Soul Sanctuary, but fill me in on your day-to-day too.
Yeah, so I own CE Alton Counseling.
Mhm.
It's in Alton, actually really close to Milton. I used to have an office at Milton, but I recently purchased a house over on Main Street. And I run a pretty small group practice where I work and I specialize in seeing perinatal mental health, so postpartum, pregnant, people who are, struggling with mental health concerns, anything like that. And then I also specialize in treating and identifying people with neurodivergence, so ADHD, autism, and finally my other favorite population is the LGBTQ population. So I work a ton with trans individuals at every stage of that process. I also recently hired 2 new counselors who are working with me. Wow. One of them is a master's level intern, and she sees people on a sliding scale, and she also takes some insurance plans. I know. And then my other person is a soon-to-be licensed fully clinician, and she also takes insurance, and she specializes in working with LGBTQ neurodivergent folks like that. So there's 3 of us there now, which is pretty cool.
Really awesome. Well, and too, I mean, it's got to feel great because in the day-to-day with all the folks that you're working with and talking with in the office, you know, to be able to let your hair down a little bit and celebrate wellness in a different setting's got to be really refreshing too.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I'm super excited about this festival, and my whole practice will be there, and we'll be helping out and learning and growing and connecting with other people in the community, because one big thing we do at my practice is build a referral network. So if I know somebody in the community who I can send you to, if you've got some other things, we take a more like holistic, like whole body approach to mental health. So I refer out a ton as well to different providers in the area too. So I really love building a very strong network of other professionals that I can refer my clients to as well.
And getting back to, you know, Stella, what you said a little bit earlier about just so many, you know, people in this community that we have these resources. It's amazing to me. And Beth, I'm just like you said with your referrals. We have so many brilliant folks in this town and this community, whether it's Wood River, East Alton, you know, the Riverbend region, that specialize in so many, you know, mental health services that, like we said, not a lot of people realize it sometimes. And so to really be able to grab all those folks that are really experts in this and to bring them into this festival, I mean, this is a huge win. Plus, you get the chance to do some, I don't know, winning some 50-50. And hate to say this, but with 500 people there, that could be a fun 50-50 draw.
Really, really good. It could be.
It really could. Yeah, we're hoping for it.
Not to mention some of the vendors there are selling just some amazing products.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about some of the vendors. River City Oddities is going to be there.
Is that
Kaylin?
She's wonderful. She
She's
came on the show
fantastic.
and showed me some of the jewelry and just cool.
And she has given a donation to the raffle as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you seen the mushroom? The little
yes.
mushrooms? Oh, that's my
Yes.
favorite.
Oh my goodness,
Those are
they're
cool.
so cute. Yeah. Renegade Artistry is another one. They're going to be
she's
there.
been on the show too.
Yeah, Molly does some amazing work. She does 3D printed objects. She does tie-dye. She does really cool stuff. I think they also do soaps as well. So they do some amazing things. So we've got some really cool like artisanal vendors coming. So some great shopping as well as all of the wellness people, because we couldn't fit everybody in as a keynote speaker. So a lot of people, we said, you know, we're all full on keynote speakers. So why don't you come and set up a table and a booth and present their space.
Keynote all day long.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, and that's what I think's really wonderful about this too, because like you said with those vendors, and I think it's going to be cool because I'm going to go down the vendor list and go, it's like a Daily Show reunion over here. Look at them on the show. But I really think to have those components of it, you have to have them for the Wellness Festival, because there's got to be a little bit of some time to step away and get something, you know, whether it's a product, whether it's maybe the wellness shots that are going to be from Mavis, or just information like you were saying, Beth. I mean, that's great to take a step back while the keynote's going on, take a little walk, especially if you have young kids. No better time. Take the stroll around, go around to different vendors and meet and see if there's anything that maybe your child needs a little bit of work on or something to look into, and then you get some answers too that day.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I just love
And we
it.
are going to have some kid zones.
Oh, yeah.
Where there will be one spot inside the where the keynote speakers are, so that the kids can just have something to do while their parents are listening to the keynote speakers. And then there will be another one too down in the basement over down the hall from Soul Sanctuary, where we're just going to have places set up where the kids can just kind of chill for a bit.
I like that a lot. I mean, that's really cool, especially because I'm sure that's been a disconnect or maybe a holdup for some folks is, man, I got my kids with me and I really want to go be a part of this. And now you made it even easier.
And a lot of times these types of events, wellness events, are geared toward an individual. But this is about bringing, if you're an individual, come. If you're a family, Bring the whole family.
Yeah.
You know, come on. Let's learn together as a family how to embrace overall wellness.
Exactly. You know, and that's because, I mean, you really are going across the gauntlet on wellness. I mean, you're not a one-size-fits-all, you know, shop on March the 2nd. You're going to be able to get some really good insights and, you know, very specialized topics, I'm sure, and then on a broader scale as well. And now, with that being said, I always tell you 10, 15 minutes, and I always keep you way too long. I'm sorry. But I just love speaking with you, Stella. And Beth, it's been so nice to meet you and getting to know a little bit more about your counseling services. And what's the best way for folks to reach out if they want to see if they can utilize your services for counseling?
Yeah, so my website is www.Alin Counseling. So that's AHLIN counseling.com.
Perfect.
And my office phone number is 618-501-2853. I will tell people to leave a voicemail because I'm really bad about answering the phone, especially if I'm in sessions or anything like that.
Yeah.
So definitely if you call me, leave me a voicemail. Go to my website. You can shoot me an email through my website, which is the easiest way to reach me. But yeah, those two. And my website has all of my clinicians listed as well and their contact information. So if you want to get in touch with another clinician that's not me, who works in my practice, you can go to my website as well.
Really cool. And Stella, what's going down at Soul Sanctuary we should inform the public about?
Well, this Saturday we've got a free meditation at 1 o'clock. We've got a kids meditation at 11 a.m. I'll be doing, Sunday I'll be doing a Reiki 1 class all day. The next Saturday, we're going to be doing the moon meditation. So my typical stuff that I'm always doing every month. So
I love the kid meditation. I told you that. I just think that is going to teach so many great skills and coping mechanisms for kids in school
And
as
that's
they
the
progress.
hope.
Yep. And you're doing a great job of it. But the big shaboozy. It's like, you know, who cares about the Super Bowl? We got Riverbend Wellness Festival coming up March the 2nd. Oh, look at that, already rubbed off. 50-50. There's basket items. This is from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
That's right.
Yes.
Right there on the first Saturday of March the 2nd. Now, there's already 500 people that are pretty interested in this on Facebook, and it's going to only keep growing. Get out there, see over 30 vendors. How many keynote speakers?
At least 10.
yeah.
We're working on it. So
10 keynote speakers plus. This is for not only just you, your entire family, your neighborhood. You know, bring your friend's dog, your friend's dog's, you know, therapist, whatever you want to bring them all out, because we all need to take a little bit of a step back and focus on our wellness, especially as, you know, Mardi Gras just happened, and now we're on the road to Easter and everything else. This is a perfect time for a lot of folks in our community to take that pause and do it in a well way. I like that instead of the right way, the well way.
Yeah.
With the Riverbend Wellness Festival, I highly encourage you to go. And Stella, Beth, thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having us,
Thank you
CJ.
for having
No
us.
problem.
Yes.
You know, anytime, you always have a spot here on the show. It's
Thank you.
10:53. We'll take a little bit of a pause here on Valentine's Day. We'll come back, and we'll see if my voice goes out, and we'll wrap up the Wednesday that was right after this on RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, Bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Let the cops chase us around. Past is gonna something might be found to take its place. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy.
Oh, welcome back, 10:56. A little bit of change on this Valentine's Day morning. You know, I always like whenever we're able to wrap up the show on a positive note, talking wellness and all of those good things. You know, I always love talking about Denise Sparks and sparksjunkremoval.net. You know, before we go, she left me the nicest message, and every time I give her a call, she supports me. And it's not just because it's me, and I really say that and mean it. It's not because of anything. It's because she's a good person. It's because she's a community advocate. And that's why I highly encourage you to use Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling. Whether or not you need them because your grandmother's coming in to your house tomorrow and you got that hot tub that needed to be thrown out 7 years ago that's still sitting back there and you don't want to be judged, well, call them for that. Or what I think's even better, too, is the fact that they have their weekly trash service. We've talked time and time again over this, and I'll keep bringing it home to you until the cows start mooing because, listen, Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling has done something incredible. What Denise Sparks has been able to accomplish in less than 2 years with the trash pickup service she provides is just incredible. I was telling Sydney yesterday, those suckers are multiplying. Those trash cans like rabbits, purple and yellow trash cans popping all up and down the 618. And all you have to do is go to sparksjunkremoval.net. That's sparksjunkremoval.net and start your journey with the queen of junk and now the queen of trash today. Hey, I am really excited. Sydney Sinks told you about it yesterday and gave you a little bit of some insight, but I'm going to give you some more. Are you planning to enjoy a fish fry during Lent? The ultimate guide of go-to spots in the Riverbend where you can observe Lent and have a great meal with your community. If you're in Godfrey, the Knights of Columbus at 1713 Stamper Lane from 4 to 7 p.m., starting Friday, February the 16th through March the 29th. The cost is $14 for adults, $7 for kids, 6 to 12, and free for kids under 6. You can find more information on our community calendar. At Evangelical, at 1212 West Homer M. Adams Parkway, 4 to 7 p.m. Fridays, $13 for all you can eat, $10 for a fish sandwich and a side, $5 for a hot dog and a side. I like that option too. At the Edwardsville Knights of Columbus, 7132 Marine Road. This has a plethora of of some items you could purchase for the fish fry. Let me see if I can pull it up. I can't pull it up just right now, but it's on our community calendar as well. You can find out more information on it on our community calendar. At the St. Teresa Men's Club at 1108 Lebanon Avenue in Belleville, 4 to 7:30 p.m., $12 for adults, $7 for a child, $8 for a sandwich. And then St. Henry in Belleville, 4 to 7:30 as well, $12 for a plate. St. Mary Immaculate Paris in Plainfield, cost varies, 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. There's a bunch of great food in that one as well. You can also head on over to the Mother of Perpetual Hope Parish Center at 200 North Lang Avenue in Maryville, 4 to 7 p.m. Cost varies, St. Elizabeth Catholic Church in Granite City, 4 to 7 p.m. Dates on Ash Wednesday and Fridays throughout the Lenten season. All of that information is on their bulletin board. We couldn't copy that out and add it to our own section with the way it was set up, so we had to link you to their community bulletin. Bunker Hill Fire Department, 801 South Franklin Street in Bunker Hill, 5 to 8 p.m. Fridays through out the Lenten season. All the information awaits you on our community calendar. If you have a fish fry you want us to talk about, you need to send it to Sydney at RiverBender.com and enjoy your Lenten season. I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you at the North Alton Godfrey Business Council lunch in about 30 minutes. If you're going to be there, and if not, well, I'll just see you tomorrow here, back on the show, live at 9. On that note, have a great day, enjoy Valentine's Day, and try your best to stay out of jail.